Today, I'm going to show you why you can't use existing drywall, existing floors, existing insulation when converting an illegal garage into an ADU. This ADU has floors, windows, drywall, insulation. When I stepped inside, it felt humid. So even if it does already have a lot of things, most likely it wasn't built up to code to be livable. And another thing is, when the city inspector shows up, he's gonna want all that to be removed. The reason why is because you're going to have to be installing rough plumbing, rough electrical, framing, a footing, up to code insulation, 15 on the walls or 30 on the ceilings. And in order to do that and to meet the codes, you have to remove the old and install everything new. If you're thinking about saving money by using what you already have in the illegally converted garage, most likely there is a probability, and I would put that at 99%, that the city inspector will not let you use what you currently have and will ask you to remove everything and start from scratch. When I was building my ADU, I had drywall, floors, LED lights, insulation. I had everything already installed in my illegally converted garage. But the city inspector said, remove everything, because on the very next inspection, I just want to see the 2x4s, and then you're gonna begin building your ADU.
If your garage currently looks like this, it's bad news, because it means that you're gonna have to spend just a little bit more money on demo to take down the drywall, the lights, the bathroom, the floors, even the windows, and start from scratch. So that's going to add a little bit more to your cost of the overall construction. This garage has a fully functional bathroom, is raised about a foot for the plumbing to go into the sewer line, and it's in great condition, but it's not built up to code. The sewer line of the ADU has to be connected to the sewer line that's coming in from the city. You cannot take the sewer line from an ADU and connect it to the house. That's not going to pass the inspection. The garage has a flat roof, and whoever installed it back in the day used the wrong materials. So now there's leaks going on, and that's another thing that has to be removed and installed brand new. That's what the guys are doing right now. They're taking out the old roof and they're gonna prep it to install a new roof, so everything is done properly. Another thing that this ADU has, there is an illegal addition, which is basically a storage, and it has to be demoed, so that's another expense. I'm gonna go into details into why this storage has to be demoed, and it has to do with the shear walls.
There is still companies out there, designing companies, construction companies, doing plans and calling out for the shear walls to be installed on the exterior. In my opinion, the only reason why they're doing this is because maybe they think that the owner doesn't know, and on the other side, it looks like the contractor is doing more work. Therefore, the price tag that they attach to that ADU is justified. Honestly, I think that's just a rip-off on the contractor side, not to be honest, and tell the homeowner that there's ways to save them money.
If anybody is watching this video and you're still in the design phase to convert a garage into an ADU, I'm going to show you how to read your plans and know where the shear walls are going to be installed, because if they are currently called out to be installed on the exterior, this is something that you can change right now. The designer can change that and submit the plans to Building and Safety for approval. At the end of the day, it's up to Building and Safety to approve them. They have the last word on this decision. Essentially, what you want to do is you want to look at your preliminary plans and see where this little triangle is located. If the triangle is located on the exterior of the building, it basically means that the shear walls have to be installed on the outside. If the little triangle is inside the ADU, it basically means that the shear walls can be installed inside the ADU, therefore saving the current stucco that you have right now. And that's it. It's that simple. If you can just catch this right now during the design phase of the ADU, you're basically saving 10 or 15,000 bucks down the line. And that's something that most likely contractors won't tell you and don't want people to know, because essentially, you save money. The homeowner for this ADU had the plans done by a company that does the designs and the construction. So this was the end result when Yoni took a look at the plans. Unfortunately, he had to quote the homeowner with an estimate, removing the stucco, installing the shear walls, and then reinstalling the stucco again. So guys, if you guys are converting a garage into an ADU, be involved in the design process and let your designer know where to install the shear walls, because this one little triangle could either cost you or save you up to $10,000 to $15,000. I'm really happy and excited about this project because I was able to help the homeowner save $65,000 in construction cost. Initially, the homeowner gave me a call. He said he got the plans done by a company that does the design and the construction, and that company quoted him $200,000 to convert a 600 square feet garage into an ADU. I thought that was an insane amount, extremely overpriced. So I got in contact with Yoni. I emailed him the plans. I asked him how much would this realistically cost. A few days later, Yoni got back to the homeowner and gave him a bid for $135,000, including the footings, framing, foundation, mini split, and a new roof. So basically a turnkey project for $135,000, therefore saving the homeowner $65,000. And that money is going to stay in the pocket of the homeowner rather than in the pocket of a greedy ADU contractor who basically wanted to charge way too much for the same product.
If you guys like the videos that I'm creating, make sure to click that like button and subscribe. These videos take a lot of time to make. They're very informative. I try to do my best, but I need your help. So like the video, subscribe. Thank you. Now I'm going to cover the footing for this ADU. Believe it or not, there is a footing around the garage, and it's a 24-inch footing in all those three sections. The only section where there isn't a 24-inch footing is in the front of the garage, where if there was, they could have saved a lot of time and money. Unfortunately, it was only a 12, so Yoni had to come in with some heavy equipment, remove the 12-inch footing, prep it, and install the rebar to install a 24-inch footing to meet the other walls of this ADU. And that was a lot of work. I saw the guys with their hammers or their drills just taking out the existing foundation in this heavy duty work. Hopefully you guys can see on the video how difficult it is to do something like that. Inside the ADU, there's a wall inside the bathroom that requires 8 or 10 feet of shear wall. Now, since there is going to be a shear wall there, another footing had to be installed from one side of the wall to the other, so it could be one continuous footing, and that also is a 24-inch footing. I think they're going to use about 7 yards of concrete. I was briefly talking to Yoni, and he said that there's 3 types of concrete. There's 2,000 psi, which most likely is going to be discontinued or phased out, 2,500 psi, and 3,000 psi. The difference between 2,500 and 3,000, it's only about 15 bucks. So he said, I'd rather install 3,000 psi, pay just a little bit more, but this ADU is gonna last, I don't know, 100 or more plus years. So by just investing just a little bit more money, he feels confident that he's doing a great job. Hopefully now homeowners can understand why, if you have drywall, insulation, electrical, even windows, all that has to be removed and installed from scratch, because whatever was installed wasn't installed up to code. And even if it was installed up to code, you have new electrical, new plumbing, new framing, and all that stuff is on the way. And the city inspector will say, take all that down. Next inspection, I just want to see the 2x4s. And right after that, the ADU begins. As you guys can see, the new footing in the middle of the ADU, it's a heavy duty improvement. And all that had to go through building and safety, plans get approved, and then somebody like Yoni gets to do the work. Or if you want to do it owner builder, you can basically see what you're up against. Another thing that I want to cover is when a homeowner decides to work as either owner builder or with a contractor. This project so far, Yoni has been here for 3 weeks. I've been going back and forth to take video. So this is week number 3 and the footing is ready. They're waiting for the inspection. Most of the rough framing inside the ADU is completed. Some of the rough electrical is installed. the rough plumbing is almost done. So just take that, and whenever you decide to hire whoever you want to for your project, if they're working the way it's supposed to be, within 3 weeks from when the construction begins, they should be almost done with the rough section. I would say maybe only needs another 2 weeks to finish the current stage, and then they're gonna go into stucco and drywall. So they're moving really fast, and I hope when somebody watches this video, whoever you decide to work with, you kind of know the timelines in which the sections of work are completed, and you can have just peace of mind knowing that the ADU is going up to plan. But if the contractor is taking 1 month, 2 months to be in this stage, you're most likely gonna have nightmare scenarios. That's it for now. Hopefully you guys learned just a little bit more about building an ADU. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.